All right, guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Freedom Fighters issue number 13 from DC Comics. This is one of my most fun comics. I mean, I'm not sure if you can call this comic good or this series good, but that's debatable. But I definitely have a lot of fun with it, and that's mostly because of the time difference. When this comic was made, is pretty goofy. The language is hilarious, and the situations are too. So we're gonna dive in. So in the last issue, check out that video, subscribe to my YouTube channel and all the YouTube stuff. Leave a comment below, that would be very nice. Dollman has escaped with the rest of the freedom fighters. They broke him out of prison, and now they are on the run because he was getting executed, right? But then they also think that the new member Firebrand, it could be Black Condor, because they think they are he's taking another identity, so elude the law. So they're going to the Scooby-Doo van, and then tarnation, it's the Black Condor. As seen as last issue in the cliffhanger, right? So they are ramming into it and accidentally, but then the Black Condor is not even feeling it, and he's just using his powers to flip over the van. And so Firebrand, who's coming from another universe, all of them I guess, says we need to get out of here. And then so they are melting out, and I believe Brandy or Martha said, "You're ruining the van. Why don't I tell my boss?" Anyway, so Human Bomb says, "Hey Sam, got any idea what's going on?" And he says, "Damned if I know, Happy. Last time I saw Tom, he was heading out to find you and Daryl. Then he used his mental powers and he's gone berserk again. That's a diagnosis you can check out later after the patient is sedated." So Tom here says, "Yaaaarrghhh!" Right? Golden, that's quiet. He's packing quite a wallop. So then Human Bombs comes in using his powers because it's, punching powers, atomic powers, right? But then Black Condor doesn't, move, right? There's nothing happened, and Black Condor is, punishing him for that. So then the rest of the team's, attacking Black Condor, and he says, "I don't believe what I saw. I saw that," says Dollman. "This calls up for an all-out attack. Throw everything we've got at them. Sandy, get Martha out there here before you woman folk get hurt." Woman folk. "Okay, Sam, come on, Martha. What? You go along with that antiquated woman folk routine? This is 1977, Sandy. Wise up. Women are the weaker sex anymore." So the Ray using his heat blast, but Connor just shrugs it off, right? And then they're doing some rugby move, but doesn't work. And then Ray picks up Dollman and doing, a fastball special, like X-Men, Colossus Wolverine thingy. But it doesn't help. It doesn't work. And Tom says, "Yaaaarrghhh!" And so Martha comes in. He says, "You monster. These are your friends. Don't you understand? Your friends." And he says, "Yaaaarrghhh!" And he's swatting literally the Ray away. And it's hilarious, by the way. So he says, "Yar" again. And he says, no touching a Phantom Lady. This is impossible. He's able to grab me even in my phantom out form. Maybe that weaker sex stuff does have advantages. But that's not going to get us out of this mess. Got to be some weakness Tom has that I can use against him. Thanks, Sandy. Maybe something you know about his past. How he got his powers. I wonder." So then, while they are getting kidnapped, they're going to look into the past of Tom, and it seems that his parents went to Mongolia, led by Richard Gray, traveling with his archaeologist, where his wife and infant son, Richard Jr., right? "Little Richie likes this outdoor life, dear. Aye, and a husky lad he is." So, but then parents getting killed by, Mongolian raiders, right? And everyone in Gray's party was murdered except tiny Richard Jr., unseen by all save a huge condor. For reasons no man could comprehend, the condor swooped down and lifted the child and carried it to her nest. As the day passed, the adopted child grew speedily, yearning to join his brothers in flight. But as the years passed, the boy became more determined to fly, without much success. But failure only sharpened his desire to fly, and the youngster studied the movements of wings, the body motions, air currents, balance, and levitations. And at last, success! That's not how it works! And then we just skip in time. And then he's been, found by, some ancient hermit called Father Pierre. And he says, I'll call you Black Condor. And then he says, Golly's Khan raiders have done this to me, but you must not weep. Do good in this world, my son, for you have a gift no other man has ever had. So Tom says, yes, Father Pierre, there is but one job for me in this world, to use my power of flight to aid mankind. So goofy. And he became a senator on the parallel Earth X, right? And so Phantom Lady says, I've known Tom since he and my father was in the Senate together, but unless I can break through that outer shell, I can't reach the man I know. I'm afraid it's hopeless, Martha. And she says, there's always hope, Sandy. And we got to try. And so going back to the freedom fighters, right? So they are, getting their bearings. And so the human bombs, I'm sorry, the resolution is, he says, woo-wee, up against Tom. I'm like the human firecracker. I take it you guys weren't able to stop him. You take it right, Roy. Tom flew off with Martha and Sandy as prisoners. You guys let him get us, Sandy. Why didn't you protect her? Keep your helmet on, Roy. We did everything we could. Besides, Sandy can take care of herself. So what you're getting is so excited about. I like her a lot. I'm sorry. So I wouldn't want anything to happen to her. Hey, Yokel's turn Romeo. Ain't that sweet? Why you? Reminds me of Homer Simpson. So Dollman comes in between and says, hey, no need to fight. We're going to find them. And he has a hunch where Tom is going at. And, oh, man, that was a great one. Oh, man, if you can get this, get this. It was so good. Great art, by the way. Anyway, so they are still flying. And now, this is a little bit peculiar because I don't know the story. It seems that they say, ever since we zapped Homilus here, this place has given me the creeps. What's a Homilus? Some kind of a demon, a bunch of whippersnapper conjured up, and an ugly son of a gun you've never seen. In issue number 6 that I don't have. Now, we come back to that a little bit later. Anyway, so he just says, hey, look, it's the Condor and the girls. Well, as my pal Teddy Roosevelt said to the Rough Riders, charge! But then they're getting zapped by lightning somehow. And then they turn into, I don't know, zombies or something. So Martha says, that lightning transformed them, and they don't look too friendly. What do we do? I don't know about you, Martha, but I'm cutting out. Firebrand, no, don't leave me here. You got to stop them. Stop them? Lady, I couldn't do anything against one. How am I going to stop 6? I don't want to be a dead hero. Sure, be a live coward instead. Go ahead, run away. I fight them myself. So he's then pondering. I wants to know what to do, right? He says, why risk my neck? I don't owe her anything. But then, more ads. Oh, help! They just closing in. I don't know what they're doing. And he's just standing and she's getting trashed by the freedom fighters. And he says, hang in there, lady. Here's where I become a dead hero. Christ, this guy's strong. But I can use that strength against him. Like so. Yaaaarrghhh! No need to get sore about what I did to Sam, fellas. I'm more than happy to do the same to you. Yaaaarrghhh! I'm sorry. I don't believe this is working, but even so, how long can I keep it up? Firebrand, you got a way to reverse the lightning's effect. That's easy for you to say, but wait a second. I know what to do. I just hope the FFers still have their powers in this forms. FFers like freedom fighters. because otherwise we can hang it up. So he's getting these, I don't know, electricity cables, right? And he doesn't get electrocuted somehow. And he just, I don't know, zaps them, right? Come on, boy, step it up and get the shock of your life. These puns, man. Marfa says, it won't work, Firebrand. Condor wasn't harmed by happy seed blast before. I know, but I'm counting on him not remembering that and acting defensively. That's a lot of assuming, Firebrand. So he's using, I don't know, cables to zap the ray, right? So he's soaking up that electricity, and then he's I don't know, charging Condor, right? So he's absorbing the lightning right off the Condor. And he's normal again. I said, what's going on? Come on, Happy, soak up the lightning from the bomb. And he says, woo-wee! Firebrand, you're fantastic. As the ray absorbs the lightning force from each of them, they return to normal. And so he's doing that with everyone, right? And then Human Bomb's also helping, and he says, I hope this works. And he says, Yaaaarrghhh! I think it's a success. And he says, Yaaaarrghhh! It worked. He comes back to his senses. So everything is back to normal. So what is now the conclusion? And it was Homilus that took control of me and gave me my telepathic powers. Each time I used them, I took a former hold until I was totally in its power. So I thought, okay, where did this come from? But why didn't it take control of me when I zapped the rest of you with the lightning? I don't know. I don't know you. I didn't know you, and neither did Homilus. And it's a good thing. Otherwise, Homilus would have been almost invincible army in its control instead of being scattered across the cosmos forever. So that is then the conclusion. Homilus, or his incorporate form or body, took control of the Condor, making him some kind of a zombie. But it doesn't say why the lightning turns the other ones into zombies. Maybe Homilus is in the lightning, took control of the freedom fighters, maybe? There's no explanation. It's just, it just happens. Roll with it. And then the last thing we see that they are still on television, and then some guy says, I know the truth, because I've been searching for Firebrand for years, and now that I know he's alive, it's time to plan his death. That leads us into issue 14 that I have. So I don't know what to say. They just it's just a made up story that just go along with the plan and says, oh, we need to have a conclusion. So what is the conclusion at? Well, a demon that has been scattered across the universe has been taking control of the Condor and therefore taking possession of the freedom fighters, and that's how it went.